Okay, it's a miserable rainy day, part of a miserable rainy week. But there's plenty I can do inside the boat and under the tarp. I most definitely have to clean and organize this boat again. Oh, it's totally out of control right now, but that's okay. I'm going to continue with the preparing to lay planks. I forgot to bring the sample pieces that I made, of course, but that's all right. That's not that important right now. My goal with the aft deck for this week, for the next couple of days, is to finish filling and stuff. I've got a plan for dealing with those cut off stainless steel ring nails. I think I'm going to have to core around them and pull them out. I don't want to have to worry about them. I don't want to wind up crashing into them. I don't want to have to change my screw layout in the planks because of that. And so yeah, I'm going to drill them all out and either plug and or fill them with epoxy and all the old screw holes as well on the port side. There's no point in leaving them like they are or trying to reuse them. It's not going to work. But before I do that, I'm going to grid out one half of that deck area and take some serious measurements so I can at home I can make a template that'll allow me to do my final layout, so I can make sure that I'm cutting all that black locust to the correct widths to make sure I have enough feet of board at 3 inches wide or whatever it's going to be to make that all happen back there. But before I do that, I'm going to enjoy a little mechanical work. This here is my new stuffing box that just arrived, made by, that's right, Buck Algonquin. It's supposed to say Quinn, but they cut that part off. This is going to be better than the dripless in the long run. I also have my packing material. It's going to go with the traditional flax. The only tricky bit, I've already sort of test fit it. It's going to go on fine. The only tricky bit is you need something to carefully ram your flax in there. And I forgot I needed a 1-inch PVC pipe that I cut a slit into so that I can put it, sort of clip it onto the shaft after this is all in place, and still remove it. But I think this is like I don't know what this is. It's not 1.5 inches. I think what I'm going to do is cut a slit in it and maybe squeeze it a little bit. That should be able to do, because you don't want to just like use a screwdriver or something. You got to put it in there quite evenly, as we will see. So let me, actually I'm going to put it on there first, then I'm going to cut this and do those things. First thing I want to do is clean this off a little bit. Make sure I get a little water in the bilge here. You know, my tarp isn't exactly watertight, obviously. This aside here, let me fall in there. It's not really corroded. It's just. Now I know you see a lot of play there. This isn't the actual cutlass bearing, as far as I know. When this is all put together, you cannot move that shaft at all from the outside. There's zero play. Oh yeah, great access. Where's the Scotch-Brite? Oh, I gotta roll over. Where is it? There it is. I have one of these too. I'm gonna put these right down there. Okay. All right, we're getting there. And the vinegar solution. I'm hoping that this will be. Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah, I don't know why. I think the cutlass bearing is just not very long, which is way back there. So it can actually play a little bit, but when this engine was running on the way down here, neither Paul nor I could detect any wobble or hear any wobble. It looked rock solid, so I'm not going to worry about it. I was tempted to get the kind of stuffing box that instead of
instead of this nipple, it has, imagine that's all one piece with the flange. That is a thing. I was tempted, but I decided not to disturb this. Probably one of the better decisions I've made in my life, to be honest. If something went wrong there, I'd be well and truly boned. Clean the keyway. Oh, that's from the grub screw from the old the PSS plate, and the whole thing. Little scratching. Interesting. It's not really galled or anything. I can't even catch it with my fingernail. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but it's kind of looks like somebody went at it with steel wool. But this is practically. Oh, that's right. It comes in more. I keep forgetting that. It's gonna come forward. I gotta clean. Yeah, I gotta clean all this. Right. That's cool. Just a little usual. Oh, it's leaking. Well, that rain's really coming down now. No, I shouldn't hurt it. Oh, it's cleaner than it looks. I love that. That's awesome. I don't even need the Scotch Brite. Beautiful. And then I had to take the clamps off of this because I got to put this on hose first. I'm going to show off that Buckle Conklin logo. This is the right kind of hose. It's, as you can see, where it's cut, it's got 2 layers of like fabric embedded in the rubber. This is the real deal. A little dust inside it. There's some guy yelling into his phone outside. I don't know if you can hear him. Come on, get in there all the way. All the way. Oh, I gotta make a note. Actually, first, how long that is. That's about to the second knuckle in my index finger. Of course. That guy's a yeller. Every third word is the F-bomb too. It's hilarious. He's not angry. It's just the way he talks. I don't know him. He owns that boat that's parked in front of mine now. And this, about the same length. That goes up and down. Get it all the way. Should I put the clamps on first? Oh yeah, they won't go over that. I can take that out again. Oh, he's leaving. Good. 2 clamps per connection is a good rule of thumb, but you want to make sure you're not squeezing air. It doesn't work too good. So I'm going to put this one back pretty well, far. Get that all the way. There we go. And people tell you should never line them up like that, which makes sense, but they don't have to necessarily be opposite. I want to still be able to get at this from one side or the other. So I'm just going to stagger them a little bit. Kind of like that. Actually, I'm going to do one up one. Yeah, that works. And what did I say out to about there? Well, we'll do these one at a time. Now, where did I put that driver? I got to roll over again? Oh, God. Oh, God. It hurts. Okay. Be brave. I should have pulled the ladder out of the way. Where is it? Where the deuce? I did leave it on the counter. Dum-dum. Okay. Cool. Well, actually, that's not too cool. I'm going to put like that. Tell you what. These do not all have to go in the same direction. Oh, I like that. Oh yeah, that's sexy. Cool. It's so nice to be doing straightforward mechanical thing. And I'm really excited about my stuffing box. However, I'm almost too fat to fit in here. I could bring my whole body into here, but to get down low like this, you know, sort of doubled up, which my body doesn't like to do that much anymore. Yeah. It's the kind of engine room, once you get in here, you got good access to the back of the engine, which is a common problem, if I understand correctly, for sailboats. I'm just gonna not make those crazy tight yet. It feels like it's not on there square. I think I will eventually swap these clamps out with better ones. They're okay. They are stainless, and they did come with this. You know, Buck Algonquin is not gonna hook you up with some crappy hose clamps, but there are better ones. Do not want to be clamping on air. Okay. All right. Get both of these good and tight. Come on. Should I move the light closer? Yeah, I think maybe I should put the light here, maybe? Battery's getting low on this. Oh, no, it's not. That's better. Frickin' telegraph is in my way all the time. Now my hand's blocking the shot. Bad YouTuber. Bad boy. I will tighten these again after they've been sitting for a little while. Now we slip these guys on. I'm going to do the same. Mud on. Where are you? Ooh, there's a lot of water in there. I'm going to have to back that out. And look, a sponge. There's my sponge. Oh, good. It's been christened with rainwater. Terrific. I'll alternate this one. That's going to be opened up a little bit. Yeah, there's a ton of rainwater in the bilge back here. Not good. I'm not going to tighten these yet, of course. They have to bite onto. I'm going to open those up more. So cool. Stuffing box. All right. My elbow is getting numb. I have nowhere else to put it. Okay. Easy, cowboy. Gently. These are nice bronze castings. I bet the alloy's pretty good. Although, I gotta say, it was only about, I don't know, 140 something shipped. And they got the size right. I knew what size I needed. And they didn't make a mistake. There we go. That's bottomed out. So I'm going to put one here. So for those who don't know, the way this works is that the cutlass bearing opening back there, it's pretty tight, but it's not watertight. So this whole thing fills with water, which helps keep the shaft cool where it's rubbing on the cutlass bearing, right? But the seal is made here. The packing will go inside this nut, 3 layers of it, and then that gets screwed on here, and then this nut comes back to lock the grub nut, the cap nut, in place. And the way they're supposed to operate is when the shaft is at rest, it does not drip. When the shaft is turning, it might drip a little bit. Like, I don't know what they say, like once every 6 seconds or 6 minutes. It drips very, very slightly when you're actually in gear. So they say. And if it starts leaking more, usually you just have to tighten this up a little bit. Or maybe after a while the packing goes bad and you got to replace it. But you can do that without taking this off, without anything. Water will come into the boat, of course, a little bit for a little while. It'll be squirting out around here, and yeah, and stuff. But you can easily put everything back in place without having to disconnect the shaft, which is what it's all about for me. Whereas with that bellows and double metal plate setup, you're kind of screwed. All you could do is clean the surfaces. I don't even know what I'm talking about, that thing. I just don't care about it anymore. But anyway, one thing I gotta look up is when I first put this in the water, there's gonna be a bunch of air in there, and I don't know how you're supposed to evacuate the air. Maybe you just crack it a little bit till water starts seeping out, because you don't want air in there. Air will not lubricate the shaft as well as water. Some of these come with a hose. What do they call it? Water injection tube, which would actually be a dandy vent, but I chose not to do that. Because I don't want another thing that can leak. Go ahead, drop it in there again. Yeah, get gunk on the threads. That'll be good. I'm so happy these screws are the right size that I can use a 5-in-1 without the tip, and it fits on there perfectly. So much better than trying to use a slotted screwdriver on this, which you could risk it skipping off and gouging the rubber. Oh gosh. We will definitely hit this again before we splash, because the rubber might need to sort of settle. Now, I don't know why I brought this back here. I gotta put the packing in it. Just let me check this. Okay, cool. So this may or may not work. I'm gonna try it. So I want it to heal. Yeah, it's healing. Damn it. The plastic melted. Now I have to make this gap a little wider because I have to close it up a little bit. Alrighty then. Kind of, sort of. To test fit it, as it turns out, I have a 1-inch diameter piece of, let me just triple check that. I'm almost positive this is 1 inch. Where's the tape measure? I just had it. Yep, all day. This is still way too big, so if I'm gonna try to slip it, yeah, it's not gonna. If I slip it over that, I gotta take quite a bit more off, don't I? This is way too big. Make sure that I'm putting it on there the right way. It would be better if this was thicker, but this is only 1/4 inch. I think it'll pack it nicely. But what do I know? So now it'll go on there like that. Of course, I gotta take more off. Well, so yeah, I know this boat at one time probably originally had a stuffing box, because among the various spare parts that came with the boat is this
this little bottle of lube for the shaft packing. Never been opened. It's probably bad, but that's okay because the new packing is pre-lubed. But first I have to cut it. I have to cut 3 pieces, and you can do it on the shaft, but it's so cramped in there. I have this piece of bronze that's 1 inch in diameter. I'm going to use this to make my pieces just the right length. I'm going to do 3 pieces. Could probably get away with 2, but why not 3? And the way it works is, oh dear, this isn't resealable at all. I don't know if I'm going to use the whole thing. Boy, that's really lubed. Wow, okay. Smells weird, but in a good way. What you want to do is you want to have, the seams want to be staggered. And ideally, the one video I watched, oh, it has a wire in it. Interesting. It has a wire in it. How the hell am I going to cut that? Can't use a knife on that. I think my electrician's scissors should do the job. And this is, it's not very, I think it's 1/4 inch square in profile. It's important that it not be twisted, if I understand correctly. So, just gonna go like that. I think I gotta, yeah, I'm gonna recut this edge. And I'm gonna try to do it with a 45 in it. So it's not just a simple butt joint. Is that gonna cut that? Hell no. Yeah, the stuff is, it's like some kind of lubricant. That's looking down on it. Okay, didn't pinch it. No, that's not very good. Hold on, I gotta open the companion way hatch a little more. I can't see anything. And the rain stopped momentarily. There we go, much better. Okay. Really got to do this right, or the boat will sink. It's really, I kind of wish this stuff was dry. It'd be a lot easier to deal with. Actually, I got to go that way. No, it doesn't really matter what I do. I got to make sure yeah, this would be really tricky to do it in place. Sharpie's gonna write on this stuff. Oh yeah. So I'm going a little longer because this corner wants to touch there. Right. That will go. That's pretty good. A little messy, but it'll all kind of come together. What the hell is that? That the wire sticking out? Something hard on there. I guess it's flax, so it's probably got some variation. And again, I gotta make sure that tip to tip, I don't know if you can see any of this. Highly accurate mark there. This is not a tutorial. Remember? Okay. I can't say it enough times. You'll notice the title of this video is not going to be how to pack a stuffing box. It's how I'm going to do it based on my little bit of research. I had to look at a lot of videos that were all like, do it the right way or how to, and there's someone just like, I won't even tell you what they did. I'm new at this, but my common sense tells me you gotta take certain precautions. You know, okay, we got enough to do 1 or 2 more. That's good. Good to know. I gotta seal that in a Ziploc bag so it doesn't dry out. Yeah, I'll have to transfer that to something better later. I'll forget. And then a couple years from now, I'll need a piece of this and it'll be all dried out. But I'll have this. or something. I don't know.
Okay, and I just realized that I can't use this because I won't be able to get it off. I suppose I could cut this. Do I want to do that? This isn't really... Actually, I think that's going to be good. Because it's got to go... in that whole space. Yeah, this will be fine. I think. So, this is where it's going to get weird. This is probably where I'm going to screw up. And as I go, I'm going to have to keep track of these seams because I want to make sure that's way too long. Or is it? No, it's buttoning together. Yeah, that's fine. Right? Right. Right. Keep track of the seams. The light is not where I need it to be. Seam is right there. Get it started with my fingers. Don't want to twist it or roll it. I didn't realize this cavity was threaded all the way through. Kind of makes it tricky. Where's my seam? There's my seam. It's right about there. I'll put the seam in this thing where the seam in that is. It is not going in there. It may be a little bit too long. And again, there we go. Right in there. But I've already lost track of the seam. I gotta take it off and look at it. And the light is just not where I need it. This would be a good place for a headlamp. Currently don't have a working headlamp. I generally don't like them because I find 9 times out of 10, my hands or something at head height is casting a shadow. All right, there's the seam. The seam is right about where that point is. All right, that's one, and the point, the seam is right there. So we're going to turn this to about... Freaking light is just barely in the wrong place. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Bitch, complain. Yeah, again, kind of frayed looking, but I think it's gonna go. We'll get started with the fingers, and then my seam is right there. Once this gets tightened down, it will flatten it even more. So then we're going to turn it a little bit that way. In general, this is turning out to be pretty easy, which always worries me. I figure I must be doing it wrong if it's easy. This one seems way too long, but it's not. Again, that's just about perfect. That's why you stagger them. As you can see, that butt is pretty rough, you know. It's not going to provide a great seal, but the 3 of them combined will definitely slow the water down quite a bit. And all this goop, for sure, will make it very much like a real seal. This one's fighting me. There we go. Just got to get it past that first turn of thread. Yeah. Pack it. Okay. I'm not really going to tighten this yet. Oh, is it? It needs to go in more. Yeah, I can't even get the thread. Maybe I only need 2 pieces. Where the fuck is it? Okay. Just gonna give it one little touch Now, okay. Just wanted to get it started. Wow, that's tighter than hell. I may have to wait on that. Okay. Because I got to get the coupling back on. There we go. Okay, now. All right, lay your bets, ladies and gentlemen. How long will it take before I drop one of these nuts in the bilge? These have some surface corrosion, but they're not bad. There's no corrosion in the threads. I gotta look up. I can't remember if these need to be torqued to specific foot-pound or not. I'm gonna have to look that up. I did bring my torque wrench this time. This flexible part, it's a little dry, but it seems okay. Let me clean that up a little bit. Make it pretty. Yeah, this corrosion, it's not all that bad. Eventually, I know where I can get one of these. They're not terribly expensive, but the second set of bolts are going to be really hard to remove. So I figured this time around, just do what I can. I don't think it's in danger of cracking. Again, this whole setup, it turns very smoothly. There's no weird vibration. Yeah. It's got to go back more to clear that. There we go. That's as far as it'll go. I kind of wish I had marked this relative to this, but I don't think that's critical. This to the shaft is easy because there's a keyway. There's a slot right here, then this grub screw. You can see there's, I don't know if you can see that, there's actually a key in there, and this screw drives it into place. Makes it tight. Okay. I'm not going to tighten that yet till I locate this. On the coupling. There we go. Exciting to be doing this. Look at that. Slides right in there. What did I do with? Oh, I put these in a bag. They're in the galley somewhere. Okay. Nice. There we go. Lovely. All right. Well, I just took a little break to see about finding out what the torque is supposed to be on these. Couldn't find any positive information. I even have the manual for this transmission. It doesn't really get into it. So I think this is supposed to be 17 millimeter. What's going on here? So I think, what is wrong with you? Why do you do that? Oh, I know why. It's got to be seated more. So I'm just going to make them damn tight, which is where they were before, you know? 2.5 grunts or something like that. And now I need to brace this. How am I going to brace this? I was going down onto this when I cracked them loose. If I try to go up into it to make them tight, I know what's going to happen. It's going to fall into the bilge. Is that on there? That is not on there. Now it is. What do I do with the ratchet right here? With the little splash, because of course there's water in there. Okay, that's not gonna work. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Maybe, oh, I can let it come down onto there. Maybe. Oh yeah, that might work. Yeah, okay. I could put it in gear, but I don't want to risk damaging it. First, I just gotta seat them, make them snug. I think I have to put an extension on here. Yeah, I do. How did I get away with it before? That's better. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't you do that. Wonder what Walter Schultz is doing right now. He would smile if he saw me putting in the stuffing box. Why? That's 3 times. This thing's gonna be rusty by the time I'm done with this little job. The freaking cushion is in my way. Okay. 3 times. 3 times per bolt, I reckon. The freaking cushion is in my way. Oh, the irony. I need this cushion or I would be crippled by now. Okay. There we go. It looks like it's going in at a crazy angle because of the way this cutout is angled. Well, it's slightly angled. It's not ideal. I don't know what kind of frickin' wrench you're supposed to use for this. Or socket. You need a very thin wall socket, I guess, but then how do you make it tight without cracking the socket? I'm just gonna make it snug. Explain. A proper box wrench might, but I looked around. I could have ordered one, I guess, but... When it comes to cars and motorcycles and stuff, I've always done pretty good by sort of making do. Not always. Sometimes you really need precisely the correct tool. But it's amazing what you can do with the wrong tool. It's one of my fortes. I can see you slipping off. Don't think you're getting away with that wrench. I see you. I see you trying to go for another dip in the bilge. Gotta remember to suck that water out of there today. Do I have the manual bilge pump sucked up? It's probably... Yeah, no, I gotta do it. I gotta do it with the vacuum because this boat, the bilge is not very limber. So I've got a bunch of water there, I got a bunch of water there, and probably some under the engine too. And the nearest pickup is directly under the engine. I don't mind that it's wet, I mind that it's fresh water. That is not good. I could just throw some salt in there, but I don't need to be that lazy. Oh, really got to get a new socket set. This thing's a toy. The problem with really good sockets and ratchet handles like Snap-on is that they're gonna charge you an arm, a leg, and your firstborn for a simple set. Why is this bolt different from the other bolts, Father? Oh, okay. Get on there. What, now the casting is going to get in the way? Yeah, that doesn't work. I got to turn it this way. Come on. Okay. Nope. Nope. Yeah. Deuce is going on with this knot. There we go. I freaking hate this thing. Stop doing that. These appear to be oval nuts or crush nuts. That they don't have a nylon insert. but they're self-locking. They're good for a couple of rounds. I don't know if this has been taken off since it was installed, so they're probably going to be fine. What to do? Let me try to haul on him. Now I'm not going to go around. I'm going to tighten the one opposite. It's just good practice for something like this. Although I've never done this before, this particular item, this is not a tutorial. That was about a grunt and 2 3/4. That one definitely is good. All right. Now, I'm going to need these again to put these bolts back. Actually, I don't want to do that yet till I get the shaft all the way in there. I should have marked this. Can I still get it off? I really got to measure and mark it. Hell no. Oh, jeez. Okay, it'll go in freely. Just got to get it till it bottoms out in there. I think we are... Was that revealed at all? I don't remember now. Oh, boy. I'm going to take it out again. Yeah. Oh, it's got so much grease on it now. Wowzers. Is it? Can't tell if it's quite all the way. No, it's not actually. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna go below and just boop, take my rubber mallet and boop on the shaft until it goes in all the way. It should. Why did I think it was seated? Yeah, it's got not quite this whole distance. Okay. It would be sensible, I guess. I really should have taken some pictures or something. It seems sensible to drive it in till this hits the key, but the key's inset quite a bit. I don't know. Common sense says you do it until it's good, but if you know what I mean. I'll clean that in a minute. Let me finish, at least get these in place. Okie dokie. I was able to push it all the way in now. And I know it's back where it was because there's actually a line of corrosion, light corrosion on the outside. You know, I pushed it in until I didn't see the clean steel anymore. Much more betterer. In fact, it extends. Oh, it actually goes into, I can see it sticking out here in this open area, and it touches the flexible part. Or the bonding plate. This does have a bonding plate, right? I didn't even look. Yeah, it does on the forward side. Okay, let's try to tighten these down. Almost did it again. No, can't even use the box side on these. Next thing will be the zincs. I have my shaft zinc and my rudder zincs.
I thought I ordered, I got to get another pair of these guys, because I thought I ordered 4, but I didn't. I only ordered 2. I think they have them here at the boat shop. Might toddle over there today and get them. But yeah, after I finish this, yeah, it's time to go below and put these on. The boat did not have one of these on it when I got it, but I've seen old pictures of it hauled out where it clearly shows it. So I'm restoring that. It's pretty heavy.